The Iron Demon, Shane Mercer.
It's been a number of weeks since we've seen the mercenary Shane Mercer, but we can never forget the path of destruction he's left. So dominant that a number of athletes on the JCW roster have hired Mercer to dish out beatings and take care of some enemies.
And our next competitor.
Mercer is on Mercer business here tonight.
Yeah, this is a three-way match too. That's just extra bodies for Shane Mercer to throw around.
From Seattle, Washington, the Grunge Lord, Flowe.
Well, certainly you talk about resiliency, you talk about keeping your cool under pressure. Flowe is in the zone tonight and could come out on the other side of a very, very tumultuous career stretch with maybe the biggest opportunity of his one-on-one career.
And the final competitor. From the Wolf's Den, the Bad Wolf, this is MechaWolf.
Well, there is certainly very few with a more daunting presence than MechaWolf, who has big match experience the world over, and certainly for quite a number of years has been maybe pound for pound the most intimidating man on JCW's roster.
Three very different styles, very different personalities on display here, but there can only be one new #1 contender for the JCW American Championship.
And you can hear the crowd right off the jump show their support for Flowe. Flowe has such a magnetic connection with fans, whether it's the poetry in his lyrics, whether it's how he pours his heart and soul out in his art, both musically and in the ring. Either way, these fans are just drawn to him.
Well, and right now, Flowe, he's having trouble inserting himself into this match because MechaWolf and Shane Mercer have gone head-to-head here, and
yeah, they're drawn to each other.
Whoa, now Flowe, he's taking it to both of his opponents at once.
Not the first time Flowe has forced someone to stand up and take notice of what he brings to the table.
Whoa!
Oh, check out that mid-air counter as Mercer manhandles, but Flowe able to counter out of mid-air with that Hurricane Rana and keep the fight on. So fluid in his motion, so graceful is Flowe.
And here we see Flowe also just so quick, ducking and dodging, and now going corner to corner. Uh-oh.
Oh, got caught.
Oh, and just like that, Flowe turns projectile at the hands of Shane Mercer.
Mercer is so powerful he can use another full-grown human body as an offensive weapon and send them all tumbling off their feet. And you got to wonder if we're going to get knocked off our feet, because Vince Russo has said, well, back to that in a minute. Vince Russo said he's revealing the truth about Matt Cross. Next week here on this broadcast, he'll address Kerry Morton's conspiracy theories, and check out Flowe addressing the predatory nature of MechaWolf as he went on the attack, but met that somersault senton.
Keep your eyes on Stephen Flowe.
Oh, Tope Suicida scores, and Stephen Flowe, who was blatantly ignored at the start of this matchup, has now run away with it.
Now, I think, though, Stephen Flowe, as we've seen before, he's used to being the underdog. But how can you get used to the power of Shane Mercer? Just unbelievable strength.
The best way to get used to it is just wait till your body goes numb.
Oh, hope that gravity perhaps does you a favor. Oh, no, around the throat.
Well, Mercer, we know how he can dominate. We've seen that moonsault and battery many times, but wait a minute.
Oh, no. Stephen Flowe.
Military press. Look out!
Oh, that is the worst kind of stage dive, and Stephen Flowe over the guardrail. I think MechaWolf thought he was safe all the way out there amongst the juggalos, and Shane Mercer just threw Stephen Flowe like 20 feet. What the heck?
You're not even safe in the same county as Shane Mercer. I don't care who you are. Senior official JCW Jeff the Ref Bundy, great to see him back in action this week. Out for a number of months with an injury suffered by the outbreak. Great to see him back enforcing the rules as Mercer.
Whoa!
Oh,
From the outside in. What strength, Shane Mercer here.
scary power. Is that enough? No. To be able to hold a human being upside down like that long while you're standing on a rope strand, for God's sake.
And MechaWolf not short on size himself. He's also extremely strong. Shane Mercer, though. Whoa! Shane Mercer might be stronger, but MechaWolf is quicker.
On a night where Big Vito has declared World War III against the Monster Corporation, 6-person elimination tag is still ahead, and that's going to be explosive. But right now, MechaWolf looking for the win. Keep in mind, #1 contendership to the American Championship on the line. Betty, you got to believe Facade is watching somewhere after that big win earlier tonight.
Absolutely. We have seen that Facade is taking on all comers with this new level of aggression, but really any of these three as #1 contender would be a threat to the championship.
Stephen Flowe, not even a threat to get back into the ring at this point.
Oh.
As the two heavy hitters, oh wait a minute, Mercer caught MechaWolf dazed, and this could be the prelude. Moonsault and battery, can he hit it?
Oh! Unbelievable!
The Iron Demon scores, and that would have been it, but Stephen Flowe plays spoiler.
Stephen Flowe just saved the match and maybe the #1 contendership for himself.
And that may be the last thing he ever does it. Mercer has his way.
Whoa! Stephen Flowe!
Stephen Flowe's got to be abusive yet elusive.
Oh! Uh-oh. He just got caught.
Third or fourth time he's got caught.
Oh!
You can hear that crack back here as Mercer collided with the ring post. And Mecha with a heat-seeking missile.
Now tossing Stephen Flowe back inside the ring.
You can see how much the American Championship means to these athletes, to everybody on the Lunacy roster. Mecha looking to finish this.
Whoa, wait.
Stephen Flowe's got the shoulders down. Oh, how close.
So close. Now up on the shoulders.
Mecha fighting and contact male. Mercer hits the steel again. This time the guardrail.
Ooh, knee to the back of the head.
Second attempt. Mecha drills Stephen Flowe and got the kick to the kidney on the way down. And that's going to be enough.
Here is your winner, MechaWolf!
Huge return here for MechaWolf, Joe, reestablishing himself and becoming the #1 contender for the American Championship.
MechaWolf just overpowered, overwhelmed Stephen Flowe. That vicious slam, the kick to the kidney on the way down. And I'm very curious to see how someone like Facade will prepare for someone like MechaWolf. Stephen Flowe's earned the respect of MechaWolf and certainly everybody here. But for Mecha, hey! It's just one step in the road for Mecha, but Mercer's road has ended when it comes to the American title, and Mercer's blaming one man.
I mean, Stephen Flowe certainly was responsible for taking Shane Mercer out of that match there, but that just happens sometimes, Joe, in a three-way match.
He's trying
like
to
that.
choke the life out of him.
This is what
Mercer's gonna kill him. Oh, wait a minute! It's Cocaine, the #1 contender. He's got that briefcase for a future JCW title shot, and he's ready to fight the world. And Mercer decides it'll happen another day.
Yeah, Cocaine making the save for Stephen Flowe. We're looking back on the days of Flocaine here.
Cocaine has always had Stephen Flowe's back when he's been bullied, when he's been judged, when he's been mistreated, looked down on. And that friendship with Flowe and Cocaine has really made them both so much stronger for it, hasn't it?
So Stephen Flowe not able to become #1 contender, but as we see Cocaine making the save here, it looks like these two are back together.